Good morning, my dear students. As we were discussing rules of debit and credit, and I discussed in the previous video, in order to decide when to write the debit side or in credit side, we are having two approaches. The very first approach is known as American approach, which is also named as modern approach. Other is English approach or traditional approach. Usually follow English approach. We will discuss later on in the next chapter. Today I am discussing American approach. According to American approach, the rules for debit and credit depend on the nature of an account. And these are 5 categories where we have to classify assets account, liabilities account, capital or owner's equity account, revenue or income account, losses or expenses account. I have told you for every debit there is also a credit entry which is equal to debit and credit. Means in accounting equation you have already studied that if there is any increase or decrease in one side, in debit side, there will be equal decrease or increase in other side, means credit side. So for assets, for example, I will give you the first in assets account. If there is any increase in asset, suppose we have purchased assets, so assets is increasing, so we will write in this debit side. DR means debit side. Suppose we have sold any assets, so there is a decrease in assets, we will write it in credit side. So the first approach for assets, as I told you, suppose we have purchased furniture, that will come in debit side. We have sold furniture, that will come in credit side. In purchase there was increase in the assets, in sales there was decrease in assets. Now we come to liability side. Here suppose we are paying any liability. So when we pay the liability, it will come in debit side. And when we receive any loan, so the liability increased, that will come in credit side. So increase will be recorded in the credit side and decrease will be recorded in the debit side. So any increase in liability side, suppose we received a loan, we have taken a loan, that will be recorded in credit side. We have paid some loan, that will come in debit side.